I'm done, okay? I can't keep doing this. If you're just walking away, Liam, please, listen. No, I've listened enough. You're always crying, always blaming me. Not blaming Liam, I'm pregnant. Silence. Felt like the air vanished from the room. He blinked. What? I'm pregnant. I found out 2 days ago. His jaw tightened. Is it mine? I stepped back like he slapped me. How can you ask me that? Because you lie? You twist things. Maybe this is just another trick to keep me here. Tears stung, but I didn't let them fall yet. You think I'd make this up? I don't know anymore, he scoffed. It's convenient, isn't it? Right when I say I want out? This isn't a trap. I didn't even plan to tell you tonight. Then why now? Because I'm scared. Because I thought maybe you'd stay. Thought maybe you'd... He shook his head and turned for the door. I can't do this. Liam, don't walk away. Please, I don't have anyone else. He stopped his back to me. That's not my problem. My knees gave out as the door slammed. I didn't scream. I didn't move. I just sat on the cold floor, holding my stomach like I could protect the tiny life inside. I whispered, I'm here. I won't leave you. I promise. Later, the rain came. I wandered the streets because I had nowhere else to go. My phone was dead. My wallet almost empty. The streetlight buzzed as I stood under it, soaked and shivering. Then, oh my God, what happened to you? I turned. Mira. She ran over, wrapping her coat around me. You're freezing. Where's Liam gone? What? What do you mean gone? He left. When I told him about the baby, he just left. Her eyes went wide. He knows, and he's still. I nodded, tears finally spilling. He said it might not be his. What an absolute K. No crying. Not here. She grabbed my arm. Come on, you're staying with me? Mira, I can't. You're not arguing with me. Let's go. Let her pull me along like a ghost. Her apartment was warm, small, and filled with the smell of cinnamon candles. I sank onto the couch. I don't know what I'm going to do, I whispered. She crouched in front of me. First, you're going to rest. Then we figure it out. Together, I have no job, no savings, no support. Just this baby. And me, she said. You have me. I covered my face. I should have known he'd do this. He always said, I was too much. He's the one who's not enough. She snapped. You're strong. You'll get through this. I'm scared, Mira. Good, be scared, but don't let it stop you. I stared at the ceiling. Do you think he'll come back? Honestly, no. And if he does, it's only to hurt you again. What if the baby asks one day? Then you'll tell them the truth, that their mom chose them. That she stayed. I broke. The tears came hard and fast. Mira held me, rocking like a mother would. For the first time, I let someone take care of me. Hours later, I curled on her couch with a blanket around me. She placed a warm mug of tea on the table. Thanks, I murmured. You don't need to thank me. You're not alone, okay? I nodded, still holding my stomach. That night, I whispered to the tiny heartbeat I couldn't yet feel. I don't know what our future looks like, but I'm going to fight for you. For us. The thunder outside was loud, but inside, I felt something else, small, flickering, but alive. Hope. This is it. I stared at the peeling paint and the broken step. Mira nodded. One room, one life. That's what you said you wanted, right? I blinked back the tears. It's freezing. There's no heater, but it's cheap. And the landlord didn't ask questions. I stepped inside. The windows were cracked. The sink dripped, but it was mine. Thank you, Myra. Really? She hugged me. You're doing this okay? You're surviving. A week later, I started cleaning offices at night. I delivered flyers in the morning. On weekends, I waitressed at a noisy diner. Every shift. I held my stomach like a shield. You shouldn't be lifting that. A woman said behind me. I turned to see an older woman in a faded floral dress. Oh, I'm fine, I said. She eyed my bump. You don't need to pretend with me. I've had 5. I laughed softly. You win. She smiled. Name's Mrs. Denny. I live next door. It's a lot of noise you make. Sorry, I try to be quiet. I didn't say I minded. It's nice hearing life again. I looked down. It's just me and, well, me. You've got more than you think. From then on, Mrs. Denny knocked on my door every few days. Sometimes with soup, sometimes with stories. One evening she handed me a sweater. You need it more than I do. I stared at the faded pink wool. I can't. You can, and you will. I cried after she left. Kindness hurt more than cruelty. At my first free clinic visit, I met Dr. Raina. She was tall, warm-eyed, and wore her hair in a tight braid. She pressed her stethoscope against my belly. Strong heartbeat. I smiled. That's good. You doing this alone? She asked gently. I nodded. Father not involved. He left when I told him. Her voice softened. How far along are you emotionally? What do you mean? You're working? Surviving? But how are you? I don't know. Do you have support? I shrugged. A friend. A neighbor. She hesitated. Would you let me help? No bills. No pressure. Just care. I blinked. Why? 'Cause you showed up. After that, I saw her every few weeks. She'd ask questions, take my blood pressure, and sometimes just sit with me. One afternoon, she touched my hand. You're brave, you know? I shook my head. No, I'm just scared. Sometimes that's what bravery looks like. Nights were the worst. The walls creaked. The wind seeped through cracks. I curled under 2 blankets, whispering into the dark, hey, little one. You're growing so fast. Felt you kick today. I smiled, even though I wanted to cry. I'm tired, but I'm trying. For you. Some nights I heard Liam's voice in my head. You're nothing without me. You'll fall apart alone. This isn't even my kid. I pressed my hands over my ears, willing the echoes to stop. You're wrong, I whispered. I'm still here? Once, Mira dropped by after her shift. Whoa, it smells like soup in here. Mrs. Denny again? Bless that woman. You good? I hesitated. I'm scared I'm doing everything wrong. You're not. You're doing everything right. Look at you. Working, fighting, carrying a whole human inside you. But I hide. I lie. I tell people I'm just tired, that I'm fine. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. I feel ashamed. Why? Because he left. Because I wasn't enough. She grabbed my face. You were too much for a coward. That's not on you. I nodded, barely holding the tears. Back later, I lay awake staring at the ceiling. The bulb flickered. I don't know if you'll have enough, little one, I whispered, but you'll always have me. One morning, Mrs. Denny found me in the hallway, crouched and crying. Honey, what happened? I lost my second job. She knelt beside me. Then we find another. You're not quitting now. I just wanted to give this baby more. You're already giving it the world, your heart. I wanted to believe her. I really did, doctor. Raina called that week, just checking on my favorite patient. I lost a job. You didn't lose your strength. I'm tired. I know, but keep going. That night, I sat by the window, blanket around me, belly in my lap. You and me, I whispered, we'll make it. We have to. The wind howled. The cracked glass shivered. But I didn't. For once, I didn't. Breathe, the nurse said. I am breathing, I snapped, sweat pouring down my back. She checked the monitor. You're getting close. Just hang on. It's easy for her to say. The contractions came like waves, angry, endless waves. I screamed. Into the pillow. Why are you alone? She asked softly. I turned my head because he didn't want us. Silence. Then the door slammed open. Where is she? Mira's voice cut through everything. I gasped. Mira. She burst in, holding crushed flowers and her purse falling off her shoulder. Oh my God, you're crowning. No kidding. She ran to my side. You're not doing this alone. Not today. I reached for her hand. You always show up. Always, she whispered. The pain spiked. I screamed again. "You're doing amazing," Mira said, brushing my hair back. "No, I'm dying." "You're birthing a king, babe." "I hate you," I cried. She grinned. "You'll thank me later." "Push!" The nurse yelled, "Dot!" I pushed again, and then a soft cry. Not loud, not angry. It's quiet, tiny. Tiny Dot, and suddenly everything stopped hurting. "Is he okay?" I gasped. The doctor smiled. "He's perfect." They placed him on my chest. My hands shook. "He's so small," I whispered. Mira sniffled beside me. "You did it." I stared at his face. Eyes shut, fists clenched. Skin warm. "I did it," I echoed. I kissed his forehead. "Hi, baby," I whispered. Hi, he didn't cry much. Just rested against me, like he already knew me. "You're mine," I whispered. Myra took 100 photos. Smile. "Looked like I fought a war." "You won a war." Hours passed. Nurses came and went. The world blurred, but I never let go of him. "What are you going to name him?" Mira asked. I stared down at him. "Aiden." She smiled. "Suits him." I nodded. "It means little fire." "It's what he is," she whispered. "Your little fire." In the morning I sat up, aching everywhere. Aiden slept in the bassinet. Beside me, his tiny chest rose and fell. I picked up my phone and snapped a photo. His face. His peace. I smiled through tears. Then I whispered, "We'll be okay, baby. I swear." There were no visitors, no calls, no flowers besides Mira's. But I had him. I had everything. She, baby. "Go back to sleep," I whispered, rocking Aiden against my chest. He shifted, then settled again. His soft breath warmed my collarbone. The screen on my cracked laptop glowed. In the dark, "All right," I muttered. "Let's learn about SEO." I wasn't a businesswoman. Not yet. But I was becoming one. I typed with one hand, holding Aiden with the other. Hours passed like minutes. "You made this?" Jenna asked, holding the tiny knit romper. I nodded, heart thudding. "Yeah, all hand-stitched. It's adorable," she said, "and the quality's amazing." "Thanks. I'm trying to start something for my son." She smiled. "You've got talent. Ever thought of scaling up?" I blinked. "Scaling? I run an Etsy shop. I know a few marketing tricks." "I wouldn't even know where to start." "Well," she grinned, "that's where I come in." "Your baby clothes are really cute," Tyler said, holding the elevator door. "Thanks," I smiled. "Just something I do at night." He shifted the diaper bag on his shoulder. "You've got a website." "Barely." "You should let me help." "I build them for a living." I raised a brow. "Really?" He shrugged. "Single dad? Gotta keep busy." I chuckled. "Single mom? Same boat." We smiled at each other like it meant something. 4. "Orders in one day," I whispered, staring at my phone. "What is happening?" Mira tossed her hair. "You're blowing up. That's what's happening." I blinked. "I need more fabric. I need boxes. God, I need time. You need help." "No one works for free, Mira." She grinned. "I do. Plus, I've got 2 hands and no kids. I could kiss you. Not while you smell like glue and baby powder." Jenna messaged me late that night. "Let's collaborate." "On a limited line, my followers will love you." I reread it 3 times. I typed back, "Yes, thank you. I'm in." Then I cried. Not because I was sad, because I didn't feel broken anymore. "Mommy's tired," I murmured, laying beside Aiden. On our mattress. He giggled, patting my face with chubby hands. I smiled. "But you're happy, so I'm happy." The room was small. The walls were chipped, but my soul felt whole. "I love you," I whispered. He babbled something back, and it sounded like Ma. Liam used to say I'd be nothing without him, I said one morning to Mira. She looked up from folding onesies. "He's an idiot." I used to believe him. "Well, look around." She gestured at the workspace, fabric everywhere, sewing machine buzzing. Orders pinned to a corkboard. "This is all you," she said. "You did this." I blinked fast. Sometimes I forget who I used to be. "Good, she's gone," Tyler said, standing outside my door with 2 coffees. "What's this?" I asked, amused. "Peace offering. Saw your lights on all night again. I took one. Thanks. Aiden wouldn't sleep. Was up sewing. Rarely." He chuckled. "Well, if you ever need someone to watch him for an hour or 2. I tilted my head. "Are you offering to babysit?" "I'm offering friendship," he said. "Whatever that looks like," I smiled. I could use that. Late one night, while Aiden lay on my chest snoring softly, I opened my journal. I flipped. Past pages filled with tears, anger, fear. Then I wrote, "I'm still healing, but I'm no longer just someone he left behind. I'm someone new, a mother, a builder. I'm enough." I looked down at Aiden. He shifted in his sleep, hand curled around. "My necklace, I promise," I whispered. "I'll never be nothing again." "I don't belong here," I whispered, tugging at my sleeve. Mira rolled her eyes. "You made that dress? You belong." "I feel like I can't breathe." "You're just nervous." "Everyone's nervous at these things." I glanced around. "It's too many suits. It's too many cameras. I should go." "Nope," Myra said firmly. "We came. We're staying. You're the woman behind Tiny Threads." Mr. Kwan asked, adjusting his glasses. "Yes, sir," I said, trying to sound calm. "That's me." He nodded. "Impressive growth for an independent shop. Thank you, I work hard." "Would you be open to a meeting? I invest in small brands with heart." "A meeting?" I blinked. "Yes, absolutely. Thank you." He handed me a card. "My assistant will call you." Fingers trembled as I tucked it away. "I told you," Mira whispered, grinning. "You're killing it." "I'm shocked." "I'm not." I smiled. "Thank you for what?" "For dragging me here." She laughed. "Always." "Now grab a drink and breathe." I turned toward the bar, then froze. Liam. He hadn't seen me yet, but I saw him, sharp suit, polished shoes, fake smile, his arm draped around a tall woman in a silk gown. Elise, I assumed. She looked cold, beautiful but untouchable. He looked older, tired maybe, but when his eyes found mine, he stopped breathing. "You look," said quietly, stepping closer. "Different." I tilted my head. "I am." He stared at my dress. "You made that?" I did. His throat moved. "It suits you," I smiled. "So does peace." "Peace." He echoed. "I found it, eventually." "You look good." "I am good." He glanced at my hand. "You're not married? Does that surprise you?" "I don't know." I let the silence stretch. "I didn't think you'd be here," he said finally. "I almost wasn't." Elise made me come. She doesn't look thrilled either. She's not. These things bore her. "Then why are you still here?" His jaw clenched. "It's complicated. It always is with you. I didn't come to fight. I didn't come to talk to you." He sighed. "Fair. Who's the guy with you?" He asked, eyes flicking toward Mira. "That's my friend. Just a friend." I narrowed my eyes. "You don't get to ask that." He looked away. "Right? I'm not yours to wonder about." I never stopped wondering. "Too late, she seems." "Serious," I said, nodding toward Elise. "She is. Are you happy?" He hesitated. "What does that matter?" "It doesn't. Just curious. You never used to be cold. I never used to be abandoned." He flinched. I was scared. I was pregnant. The color drained from his face. I stepped back. "Good night, Liam." He grabbed my wrist gently. "Wait," I shook him off. "Let go." "Please, Elise is watching," I whispered. "She might want to go?" His lips parted. "Pregnant." I turned and walked away. Mira caught up to me. "You okay?" "No." "Want to leave?" "No." "Are you sure?" I nodded. "He doesn't get to take this night from me." She smiled. "There's my girl." I inhaled deeply. "Let's go network." There was a knock. I peeked through the peephole and stopped breathing. Liam. I opened the door slowly. "What do you want?" He stared at me. Can we talk? I almost said no. But Aiden's voice floated from behind me, soft giggles. A tiny truck crashing against the wall. Liam heard it too. His eyes flicked past me. I stepped aside. He walked in like a ghost. Aiden sat on the floor in his dinosaur pajamas, chewing on a wooden block. He looked up and grinned at me. Then he looked at Liam. Liam froze. His face turned white. Is he? Yes, I said quietly. He's yours. He stared at Aiden like he couldn't breathe. But how you remember that night when I told you I was pregnant? You laughed, said it wasn't yours. Then you walked out. I didn't know you were serious. I was sobbing. What did you think I was doing? Performing. He looked down, shame in every line of his face. Aiden drove his toy truck in circles. Humming, you never reached out, I said. I thought you moved on. I did, after I had no choice. He looked at Aiden again. How old is he? 3? He whispered. That means yes. Right after you left, he dropped onto the couch. I can't believe this. I didn't plan it either. Why didn't you tell me again? After. I laughed, bitter, dry. Why would I? You made it clear I was a burden. You told me no one would want me. His voice cracked. I didn't mean it. But you said it. I was scared. And I was pregnant. Alone. Working minimum wage jobs while growing a human. He flinched. Don't come here playing victim, I added. I did this without you. He looked at me. I missed everything. Yes, you did. He's beautiful. It's not just beautiful. He's smart, kind, hilarious, and he loves trains. Liam smiled sadly. Does he know about me? No. I never spoke your name. I deserve that. You deserve a lot worse. Aiden climbed into my lap and tucked his face into my neck. Liam stared. He looks like me. Unfortunate, I muttered. He chuckled weakly. Fair. Aiden peeked at him. Mama, who's that? I froze. Liam looked at me, silently asking. I hesitated. Then he's someone from Mama's past. Aiden nodded like that made perfect sense. Then he returned to his truck. Liam's eyes brimmed. I never thought this would happen. Neither did I, but it did. He stood. Can I visit again? I crossed my arms. Why? I want to know him. Too late? Don't say that. You said I was nothing without you. I was angry. I was broken. And you stepped on the pieces. He exhaled. I know. I built a life from scratch for him. I see that. You're incredible. Don't flatter me now. He walked toward the door. Not giving up. You already did. He paused. Can I at least write to him? Send something? Maybe. His eyes lit up. Really? I said maybe. He opened the door, then stopped. What's his name? Ah. I looked down at the little boy now snoring in my arms. Aiden. Liam smiled. That's a good name. I chose it. I know. Of course you did. He stepped into the hall. Thank you for letting me see him. I didn't do it for you. I know, he whispered, and the door shut behind him. I looked down at my son and kissed his hair. Then I whispered, I've got you. I always will. My phone buzzed again. Liam, I didn't answer. I hadn't answered any of them. Text after text. Knock after knock. Mira, I sighed. He came again today. Left some stupid toy at the door. Don't open it. He looked tired. He looked gone when you were crying in the rain. Remember that? I nodded. I do. Every day. She put her mug down. And don't let guilt rewrite history. I just don't know what's right anymore. Mr. Reese sat across from me, calm as ever. He's reaching out again. I nodded. He wants to be involved. What do you want? I don't know. That's okay, he said. Your priority is Aiden, not Liam's feelings. But what if Aiden asks about him one day? What do I say? You tell him the truth. In pieces he can handle. Is it wrong to keep him away? Mr. Rees leaned forward. You owe him nothing. Legally, emotionally. He gave up his rights the moment he walked away. I swallowed. But people change. He raised a brow. Do they? Or do they regret? I opened the door without thinking. It wasn't Liam. It was her, Sandra. I blinked. She smiled softly. May I? I hesitated, then stepped aside. She looked around the apartment. You made a home. I had too. I'm sorry, she said suddenly, for what my son did, for not checking in. I didn't know what to say. She looked at the toy Liam left. A tiny blue dinosaur. He's trying. So am I whispered. She nodded. He talks about Aiden all the time. Oops. He doesn't know him. If he wants to. I'm not ready. You don't have to be. We sat in silence. Then she said, he's broken too. I was shattered, alone, pregnant. He chose to run. I won't make excuses for him. But I do hope you'll let Aiden decide one day. I'm just trying to protect my son. I know, and you're doing beautifully. I blinked back tears. She stood. Thank you for letting me in. Thank you for not blaming me. I never did. She left quietly. Girl, Mira said, you're too soft. She apologized, Mira. She's not the problem. Her son is. I want to do right by Aiden. Then do. But don't forget who fought for him. You alone. That night, Liam texted again. I'll wait as long as it takes. I just want to know him. I stared at the message for a long time. Then I typed, let me think, and hit send. He asked to meet. I picked a public park. Safer that way for my heart. Liam stood near the bench before I arrived. He didn't see me at first. I cleared my throat. You're early? He turned, eyes soft. Didn't want to risk missing you? I sat, keeping space between us. So, what's this about? Lawyers? No. He shook his head. Not custody, not rights, just us. There is no us. I know. He looked down, but there was. A pause stretched between us. I miss who we were, he said quietly. I said nothing. You were the only person who really saw me, even when I didn't deserve it. Still, I stayed silent. I remember the night I left. The rain, your face. I clenched my jaw. Took you long enough. I was scared. I was pregnant. I thought you were lying. You called me a liar. He exhaled sharply. I hated myself for that. You made sure I hated myself too? His voice cracked. I know. I looked at him, then really looked. He wasn't polished. Number, ironed shirt. No smug expression, just regret. I think about Aiden every day, he said. The way he smiled, the way he looked at you. He's my whole world, and I missed it. His first steps, his first words. You don't get those back. I don't want to take anything from you. Then what do you want? Swallowed hard to say, I'm sorry. I don't need your apology. But I need to give it. I turned away, staring at the trees. You always do this. Show up when I finally feel stable, when I've done the work to move on. I'm not here to drag you back. Then why are you crying? Whispered. He wiped his face. Because I was a coward. Because I lost everything that ever mattered. You threw it away. I didn't know who I was back then. I did. You were someone who couldn't stay. I'm not that man anymore. People don't change that fast. I didn't sleep for weeks after I saw Aiden. I keep hearing your voice. You left when I tried. You were right. I needed you. And you left. I know. I begged. He lowered his head. I remember I loved you. It's with everything I had. And I broke it. You shattered it. His hands trembled in his lap. I don't expect forgiveness. Good, I said, 'cause I'm not offering. I still love you. I don't care. He looked up, stunned. I leaned in slightly. You may love me now, Liam, but I already learned to live without you. His lip quivered. You know what that kind of strength costs? I asked. It costs nights of crying into a blanket. So Aiden wouldn't hear it costs hiding my pregnancy like a shame. It costs stitching myself together without a single kind word from you. I was weak, and I had to be strong for both of us. He pressed his palms over his eyes. I'm sorry. I believe you. He blinked at me. You do? Yes, and I still don't want you back. I'm not asking to come back. Then, what are you asking? To know him. Someday, if you allow it. I'll think about it. Thank you. We sat in silence for a long time. Finally, I stood. I hope you find peace. He looked up at me, eyes red. I hope you already have? I didn't reply. I just walked away. And I didn't cry. Not this time. He asked to meet. I picked a public park. Safer that way for my heart. Liam stood near the bench before I arrived. He didn't see me at first. I cleared my throat. You're early. He turned. Eyes soft. Didn't want to risk missing you. I sat, keeping space between us. So, what's this about? Lawyers? No. He shook his head. Not custody, not rights, just us. There is no us. I know. He looked down, but there was. A pause stretched between us. I miss who we were, he said quietly. I said nothing. You were the only person who really saw me, even when I didn't deserve it. Still, I stayed silent. I remember the night I left. The rain, your face. I clenched my jaw. Took you long enough. I was scared. I was pregnant. I thought you were lying. You called me a liar. He exhaled sharply. I hated myself for that. You made sure I hated myself too? His voice cracked. I know. I looked at him, then really looked. He wasn't polished. Number, ironed shirt. No smug expression, just regret. I think about Aiden every day, he said. The way he smiled, the way he looked at you. He's my whole world, and I missed it. His first steps, his first words. You don't get those back. I don't want to take anything from you. Then what do you want? Swallowed hard to say, I'm sorry. I don't need your apology. But I need to give it. I turned away, staring at the trees. You always do this. Show up when I finally feel stable, when I've done the work to move on. I'm not here to drag you back. Then why are you crying? I whispered. He wiped his face because I was a coward, because I lost everything that ever mattered. You threw it away. I didn't know who I was back then. Did you were someone who couldn't stay? I'm not that man anymore. People don't change that fast. I didn't sleep for weeks after I saw Aiden. I keep hearing your voice. You left when I tried. You were right. I needed you, and you left. I know. I begged. He lowered his head. I remember. I loved you. With everything I had, and I broke it. You shattered it. His hands trembled in his lap. I don't expect forgiveness. Good, I said, 'cause I'm not offering it. I still love you. I don't care. He looked up, stunned. I leaned in. Slightly. You may love me now, Liam, but I already learned to live without you. His lip quivered. You know what that kind of strength costs? I asked. It costs nights of crying into a blanket so Aiden wouldn't hear. It costs hiding my pregnancy like a shame. It costs stitching myself together without a single kind word from you. I was weak, and I had to be strong for both of us. He pressed his palms over his eyes. I'm sorry. Believe you. He blinked at me. You do? Yes, and I still don't want you back. I'm not asking to come back. Then what are you asking? To know him. Someday, if you allow it, I'll think about it. Thank you. We sat in silence for a long time. Finally, I stood. I hope you find peace. He looked up at me, eyes red. I hope you already have. I didn't reply. I just walked away, and I didn't cry. Not this time. Are you nervous? Tyler asked, nudging my hand as we sat in the car. A little, I admitted. It's Aiden's first day. I'm allowed. He laughed. You packed 3 different snacks. The kid's gonna be fine. I glanced at the rearview mirror. Aiden was in the back seat, humming to himself. Baby, I said softly, you ready for school? Yup, he grinned. Will they have puzzles? Probably, and new friends. He kicked his little feet. I'm going to tell them my mommy makes clothes for babies and puppies. Tyler chuckled. Your PR team is solid. Watch out. He charges per mention, I said, smirking. We pulled into the school parking lot. I took a deep breath. I can. Walk him in if you want, Tyler offered. No, I said, gripping the door handle. I need to do this. He nodded. We'll be right behind you. I held Aiden's hand as we walked to the entrance. He waved at everyone, fearless. Was the one struggling not to cry? Hi, Aiden said to his teacher. I'm here now. She laughed. We've been waiting for you, buddy. After a quick hug, he ran off, already engaged in a game with blocks. I lingered for a moment. You okay? Tyler whispered. Double quotes, yeah, just wow. He's really growing up. Because you let him. Outside, I exhaled. The wind carried the sound of kids laughing. And something else, Peace. How's business? Key asked as we walked back. Crazy. I have 2 interns now. Okay? And Jenna just landed me a booth at the Fall Expo. That's huge, Tyler said. You earned every bit of it. I smiled. No, later that afternoon we went to the park. Aiden zoomed past on the slide. I'm flying, he shouted. I laughed. You're a rocket ship, baby. Mira arrived with iced coffees. So, how'd the big day go? He barely looked back. I said, good, that means you did it right. We sat in the shade, sipping slowly, watching Aiden play. Tyler leaned toward me. Mind if I ask something? Shoot. Do you ever think about Liam? I hesitated. Less and less. Why? He nodded at the far side of the park. Because he's here. My stomach dropped. I followed his gaze. Liam stood beyond the fence, still hands in his pockets. Mira sat up straighter. Seriously? He has the nerve. He's not coming over, I said quietly. Aiden didn't notice. He was too busy building a sandcastle. He's watching him, Tyler murmured. Like he wants to be closer. But he's not, I said. He's not part of this anymore. Liam's eyes met mine across the distance. No words, no motion. I raised my hand in a small wave. He didn't return it. Instead, he stared. Like he was trying to memorize something he lost. And then I smiled. Not to provoke. Not to gloat, but because I could. I turned back to Aiden. You hungry, baby? Yeah. Can I get nuggets? Only if you share with Tyler. Deal? We packed up and left the park. I didn't look back at dinner, Mira joked. Do you? Remember that night in your freezing apartment when we ate instant noodles and cried over baby name lists? I remember everything, I said. You've come so far. I still have far to go. Tyler reached for my hand. But you're not doing it alone anymore. I looked at him. This man who showed up without fixing me, just standing beside me. I'm glad it's you, I said softly. He smiled. I'll take care of your heart if you let me. Aiden banged his fork. I want cake. We all laughed. That night, I tucked Aiden into bed. Did you like school, baby? My friend Sam has a dog and his mom bakes cookies. Can you bake cookies? Bad ones? I joked. That's okay, he mumbled, eyelids heavy. You do other stuff real good. I kissed his forehead. I love you. Love you more, Mama. I closed his door gently, my heart full. In the quiet of my room, I pulled out the sketchbook with my new winter line designs. I stared at them for a long time. Not because I doubted, but because I was proud. My phone buzzed. A text from Liam. He looked happy. I didn't respond. There was nothing left to say. Instead, I turned off my phone, rolled onto my side, and whispered into the dark, "We're happy. And I didn't need you to get here."